Hey friends, in this video we'll talk about 9 books that have completely changed this year and probably changed a bit of my life too, which is some of them. So let's get started. First section, productivity and growth. Number 1, which is building a second brain. This is a book that actually helps someone to organize their life. This book focuses on the main fundamentals of PARA, which is projects, areas, resources, and archives. This teaches you the fundamental art of getting to organize things in a way and actually taking good notes that actually helps you in the future. Now, I really found that techniques helpful, but however, I felt like that I need more synthesis towards that to actually gain more insights. However, it also teaches us concepts like code, which is actually related with capture, organizing, distilling, and then expressing. This sort of expressions and tools that helps you take the most effective notes that will help you to retain information for a longer period of time. In the second book, which is Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. This is one of the best productivity books that I've read in 2024. It has actually allowed me to understand the relation between happiness and productivity and how good feelings lead to productivity, lead to good success, and lead to good outputs. Like literally, this also teaches you some of the more psychological aspects of what happens and what is true and what is not. It also teaches you more of what if I do something. It also helps you identify yourself in a way that you may not have known before, and that identification is very related to helping you directly be more productive and in turn be more happy. With that sort of emotional healthiness, your brain will function in a way that will make you more productive, and that's what the whole idea is about. Third book, which is The Deadline Effect. Now, this is, I think, was kind of a good book. I wouldn't recommend to a lot of people, but it was a good book in terms of teaching me some fundamental concepts such as the planning fallacy, which relates with how we slack off and we plan things. We think it'll be done in 1 or 2 hours, but it ends up taking 3-4 hours. Then the deadline effect, the effect of we feel like we will do it at the end of the deadline, and whenever the deadline comes we rush towards it. So it helps us to manage deadlines in a way such as through concepts like micro deadlines, setting short micro deadlines, and also other concepts such as building short systems sneakily that will help you be more time forward. It talks about some of the realities of why we make it late, and it gives very good examples from CEOs and other businesses that is related with time productivity. So if you want to read that, please check it out. Now, another book, that is Finish Your Work by John F. A 10 on 10 recommended book. It was a rare book that I didn't I found it on a random library in my near to my apartment. But this is a book that teaches you how to finish things. There's a video linked, which is one of the most best performing videos of my channel. It teaches you the science of getting things done. It actually for example, if you want to do something, let's just cut it half. That's what it teaches 50% achievement. So kind of extend something and say to your mind that if I achieve 50%, I'll be happy. And most people end up achieving 60-70%, right? You want to achieve 100% and then you get 70%. How about you want to achieve 50% and then you get 70%? That extra 20-30% will tell your brain, oh, that's nice. Then your brain will automatically seek for that level of happiness or this hormone secretion in your brain and will chase towards that happiness by finishing the work. So it talks about some of the core perfectionism related issues and also why is it that we want to finish the task and why finishing the task actually helps you to feel more good that we don't even realize. It also talks about some of the most fundamental things in our brain. Our brain uses some of these hiding spots, like those fake rules. It tells us, it helps us to redefine those fake societal rules. For example, if a task is not hard, then you should not do it. It's something from the Feel Good Productivity. But you can redefine it in a way, who said that? A task doesn't have to be always hard. See, all of these fake norms are the things that's stopping us from who we are, and I think that's something that this book teaches very well. Second section now, which is mind, health, and mindful wellness, I would say. Recommendation, mindset. At 20 out of 10 recommendation, everyone watching this must read it, no matter who you are. Trust me, I didn't even regret reading it. Every part of the book is filled with extreme value. This is filled with research, many research, not one or two, many years of research that shows the real true psychology of how humans work. It talks about parenting, it talks about studying, it talks about being smart, it talks about getting things done, it talks about every little thing that is stopping you from being who you are. It's not only a productivity book, like it's a book that deals with people in a way where people are meant to be the most best creatures of the world. It talks about some of the most heinous realities. It talks mainly about the fixed and the growth mindset. It talks about how it literally hits you on that specific point and questions yourself. Oh my God, I'm that human. It literally has changed my life only because of the fact, because it helped me realize of what the true reality and what is actually going on with me. This book itself, I felt like it is a doctor of psychology in a way that helped me become more productive, more conscious, and more mindful, and more goal focused in a way that actually makes you prepared to the point where you can help others be more productive. It talks about the reality of being smart, the reality of working hard, and versus the reality of not working hard. It talks about how children grow up. It talks about more of how people's views, society's view, how each of those trends affect each of the strands in your own life. Must read. Okay, now The Miracle Morning, and this is a very famous book. The other books are kind of uncommon, but this is a very famous book, and this is a very good book. I would recommend this 9 out of 10. It's very good. It actually talks about the science of getting up early, or I would say the science of creating a life that you want. It talks about mainly creating a level 10 life, because you are at level 5 or 6 level of life and you want to reach a level 10 life. But how to achieve that level 10 life is exactly depicted through this book, because this writer himself was in a deadly car accident. His life was brutally done. He got back. He changed his life in a way which is very inspiring. Now, it's not only on inspiration, it also talks about his experiments. And one of the things that is very distinct in this book is basically the idea of whatever thought that you have before going to bed is the first thought that you're going to have after waking up tomorrow. And also, he also found out that if you tell yourself that I'm grateful for this 4 to 5 hours of sleep, no matter what, you will slowly but surely feel more fresh as you wake up. Because a lot of the part of this book is actually helping people get out of that sleepiness. Oh, I feel sleepy when I wake up. But it's more of like how you think you need how much sleep is actually affecting you. Like whatever you say to your brain, oh my God, I have to wake up tomorrow. If that's something that you say before the night that you go to bed, it's a high chance that you will end up feeling very sad tomorrow morning. Third category, that is business and entrepreneurship, and I would say dreaming. Okay. Number 7, that is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, and this book, that book, whatever that is, I could say has changed my life. Not maybe now, but maybe in the next decade, because this is a book that will help you to dream in a way that will encapsulate so many feelings, and feelings of nostalgia, feelings of future, feelings of success, and feelings of creating something that you love. It's not about money here. This is a business book from the founder of Nike, who is literally like walking through his own life in this book. It's not like it will teaches you direct like fundamentals in terms of business. No, this is actually a life story, and that is the best life story I've heard in 2024. Maybe there's better life stories, but this has made me emotional in a way, because the pursuit, the journey that he went through to creating something that he loves is the ideal thing that anyone who wants to be a future entrepreneur wants to make it happen. And that's a must read for people who wanna dream, who wanna feel the world. He talks about the struggles, the good times, the bad times, the ups and downs, his experiences, his feelings. It felt like he's a very good writer. It's one of the best, like it's eloquently written that will make you emotional at any cost. And I think this is a book that I'll read again. 8, E-Myth Revisited. Now, this book is recommended by famous YouTubers like Ali Abdal and other famous productivity YouTubers, and I think it has a reason. This book, I wouldn't say it has changed my life, but I would say it has obviously changed the way I view businesses, and I think it'll help me a lot. I'll 100% read it more than once in the future, because it teaches why small businesses fail. It talks about the technician, the manager, the entrepreneurship, the three triangle about how a business is affected. It talks about why businesses fail, as to how us as owners encapsulate the environment and encapsulate how systems are run. It talks about brand imaging, brand creation. It talks about managing a company in a way that won't feel like you're reading a technical book, but you will actually see that he's using real life examples. He's actually talking to a woman who is a bakery business owner, and throughout that conversation, the amount of value, the amount of reality and self-realizations that you'll have in this book is fundamental for someone who wants to be in the line of business someday in the future. Okay, the ninth book, that is The Digital Mindset. Now, I think this is kind of a good book. I would recommend to everyone. This is related with machine learning and algorithms. If someone who is interested, like me, in engineering, since I'm going to engineering and I'm trying to learn more machine learning and artificial intelligence, I think this is a book that teaches you the consumer-based things in terms of machine learning and how to thrive in the world of data. Now, I read this book quite a long time ago in 2024, and I kind of do not remember much about it, but it was a good book. I believe that there are better books in terms of artificial intelligence and machine learning applications, because as a normal person, you more of need to know how it is applied, and then you can know the complex algorithms later on. Yeah, that was basically it for today, and Happy New Year once again. This is becoming 2025 by my tonight, and see you in 2025. Till then, have a good day, guys.